is under attack.
Good. Not as easy as you think.
No, it's not. It's just to there. Exotic deer will fall. No, it's not. It's to there. Exotic deer will fall. Die have got the get this, we've got to be thankful. The answer is close by.
but sort of questionable whether they can actually get into the pit and put a stop to what Kinguin are doing. And indeed they can't. Kinguin getting Roshan. Quick force volley, we'll get to the field. Whether they can actually get into the pit and put a stop to what Kinguin are doing. And indeed they can't. Kinguin getting Roshan. Quick force volley, we'll get to the field. Whether they can actually get into the pit and put a stop to what Kinguin are doing. And indeed they can't. Kinguin getting Roshan. Quick force volley, we'll get to the field.
Last free tower, but things start to get a little bit tricky here because you've been able to breach high ground due to Fly to Moon leaving their base and getting caught into optimistic fights up against this Lifestealer and the Sand King and Static Storm and whatnot. But breaching high ground against a Chronosphere is very, very stressful. But they're going to try it anyway. Still got this Aegis.
Up they go. Looking for this tier 3 tower. Kinguin. How are Fly to Moon going to be able to stop them? That's the question. Look at the cold feet proc onto Exotic Deer Silent, already eyeing up a potential for a big chrono. Can he find it though? That's the question. As the tier 3 has already fallen. Silent will have to just simply reveal himself. Exotic Deer and Nisha. Rarely held back by the shards, but they walk themselves around. Starting to leave the base here, Flight to Moon, seeing if they can get some sort of a catch. They'll smoke up. Wanting to close the gap onto Kinguin, but Kinguin backing away, keeping the distance. I don't know if his Silent can close this gap. He may find Nisha. He's heading in. He's got a time walk available if he wants to go in for the catch. The Shard's not going to quite grab Nisha, and if anything, make the chase a little bit harder for themselves. The Flight to Moon will not be able to punch back at Kinguin. So Kinguin getting away with that tier 3 tower and losing nothing in return for it.
Iceberg's playing a little too safe for me. Right now, Void is basically looking for a good chrono, and the OD is like, well, once you find a good chrono, then I'll immediately follow up afterwards. But Kinguin have the types of heroes that don't need to get close. Rubik's going to stay 10 miles back. Disruptor's waiting for a Static Storm opportunity. Sand King with Epicenter can just go straight into a chrono. He doesn't care. So I feel like it's kind of Iceberg's job to draw aggro from Kinguin. He blinks in, can astral someone in the backlines, and then you kind of throw... Oh, chrono.
So he's found Panos. The chrono and a BKB pop for it. I mean, he really doesn't hold back with these chronos, Silent.
No.
If he sees a kill, he does go for it, but you can sort of be sure that Kinguin now are going to try and make something happen during this time where they know that there's no BKB or chronosphere up on Silent. They'll find Always Want to Fly at the least outside of the base. We'll see if they can get anything more done, but it always feels a little bit risky for Flight to Moon when they have this time where the chrono is clearly unavailable for a minute.
Yeah, they basically just gave a license to Kinguin to go to their bot high ground now, because top lane is pushing for Flight of Moon, but as I've iterated multiple times, Outworld Devourer not a pusher, so the siege is creating some pressure, but they're not going to hit the tier 3 tower, so you don't need to respond to that. All that matters is chrono is down for only another 30 seconds, I suppose, but we've seen how quickly this Visage can push.
Yeah, let's see what the plan is going to be from Flight to Moon, as you say. In on this push. They are going to have to answer that though. Kinguin's down bottom. 10 seconds till Chronosphere. Ketzel already with Exotic Deer inside him, ready for the play. They jump in straight away, looking for Always Want to Fly. Take down the AA.
Steal Ice Blast also. That's going to screw Faceless Void over.
See, he's got his Chrono back up Silent. But already the tier 3 taking a lot of damage here as Kinguin should be able to find another. Silent jumps forward. He does manage to get the 3-man Chrono. Do they have the damage to follow up? He's focusing for Silent, but Nisha on the back keeps the OD alive, and they find the full team wipe. Silent holding on there with the big chrono, coming back up just in time. Triple kill for him. Hit back at Kinguin very, very hard. I mean, sure, Kinguin got the tier 3 tower, but not worth at all.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
That will lose late to Flight of Moon's squad.
Absolutely, especially with the way that the Silent's been playing. It's 10-0-6 on this Void. This Void going to be absolutely huge as the game goes on. As we can see already, he's about 4k ahead of Exotic Deer off the back of that last team fight. Pretty much got the money for the MKB to come out, and that's going to solve any sort of issues he had in terms of getting the quick kill onto Exotic Deer during the Chronosphere.
Yeah, and I think a different situation, Silent would have probably gone Aghanim Scepter at this point, but Iceberg is not really dealing as much damage as he wants, and he knows that, again, if you can kill Lifestealer inside the Chrono, that's really all that matters. So put in all the damage, get the MKB, while Chronosphere is somewhat cooldown dependent.
Moon pick up a